Hello, everyone. This is Doug Davis, broker in charge at Karanbi Realty, and here with another session of Ask Doug. And I have a live Ask Doug question that was just emailed to me, and we'll go over that. If you like what I'm doing, please like me or subscribe. Love the help on that. And okay, so I'll go right into the question. So this is from a real estate agent wanting to know about ethics. So I'll just read what it is. A question on ethics for you. I'm a buyer's agent in New York, and I've come to realize that the listing agent didn't disclose that a condo had an assessment until the bidding war started. Okay, so long story, but I have pretty concrete proof that the agent knew about the building assessment. That would be the listing agent, knew about the assessment, but chose not to disclose it until he had multiple offers. Okay. I discussed this with my buyer and he's choosing to move forward, but I feel so duped. How would you handle this problem? Okay, so ethics. Is this ethics? When you buy a property, condo, house, land, anything, when you buy something, you must go through a period of discovery, your due diligence, if you will, but it's discovery. And that can take some time. And it's not usually done in the initial stages. I mean, there's probably going to be many things discovered that would be of, say, financial concern or emotional concern to a buyer. And at least in the state of Hawaii, we have a time period which has ended up being around 7 to 10 to 14 days for the buyer's due diligence, where they can bring in a contractor, electrician, plumber, appliance person, their aunt, their uncle, their contractor, the roofer, the air conditioner guys, on the mainland be heating, all the different systems you can have evaluated in the first, say 10 days of your purchase. But this is after you become the primary buyer. Your contract was accepted. The buyer now has so many days to do their due diligence and find out things, maybe things that the seller or the seller's agent don't even know about. So I think most states will have a time period with which the buyer can do their due diligence and evaluate whether they want to go forward or not. Maybe you get a contractor that says, it's going to cost $100,000 to fix this, and seller didn't think it would cost that much. Okay, but in this specific thing, is an assessment something that should be disclosed on day one? Well, at least in the state of Hawaii where I'm at, we have a disclosure statement, and that's usually not shown to the buyer, although it could, until after they're in contract. And then they see what the seller chooses to disclose, or the seller's agent in conjunction with the seller disclose. Now, that might not be everything, and that's why the buyer has a chance to do research for the property. And that can also include, among all the things that I just mentioned, it can also include a search of public records, websites, building department information, permitting, that sort of thing. Again, the seller might not know all of these things too. The seller could be the 20th person that's owned this particular home and doesn't have the history. Maybe they've only owned it for a couple of years. So I'm not sure that's a an ethical thing. I think it's helpful for a seller's agent to put information out as soon as they can so that the buyer doesn't cancel on them. So if they go in excited and then find, oh, there's an assessment for $50,000, $100,000, and they're very likely to back out of the deal. So it's better to tell as many things as you could think of up front, and whether it's in a bidding war or not. So that's not necessarily an ethical thing, but a practical thing for a seller's agent to do. That would be a prudent thing to do. So I think it would be more of an ethics issue if it wasn't ever disclosed. And you found out after the fact, after the property is now owned by the new buyer. That would be bad. And that would be a lawsuit, probably for sure. Especially if there's big money involved and they did not disclose something that would be most likely very obvious. Okay, so I hope that touches on all the things. I'm glad that your buyer is going forward and he's informed, and now you need to get in and dig into it and see if there's anything else that might be found, whether known or not yet known. Okay, so I hope that helps. Again, please like me if you've enjoyed this, and continue to enjoy my Ask Doug things. And if you have any questions like this is a sheer pleasure to answer them. And if you have buying, selling, or property management needs, love to hear from you. Okay, until next week. Thanks so much.